No lie, okay? First and foremost, here we go. Um, the Breakfast Club is doing their thing. Angela Yee has left the show. And if you don't know, it's pretty much DJ Envy and Charlemagne. Now, they're doing like this rotating host thing. By the way, I'm going to shout out to Jason Lee. Jason Lee did like a week or maybe 2 weeks. I think he was pretty good up there. He was pretty good up there. Now they have Nore up there, which, by the way, Nore, if you in New York, nigga, well, I got to hit Nore. Nore, I need you on my pod, nigga. I need you on my pod, nigga. Okay. I need you on my pod. All right. Anyway, basically, let me get this shit right. I'm sorry, chat. So basically, Nori claims in the Miami circles, and I be in Miami a decent amount, he claims there's a rumor that Future is upset with Drake because Drake did a joint album with 21 Savage. Now, if you don't know, Future did a joint album with Drake back in the day, I think like 2015, right? What a time to be alive. But of course, Drake in 2022 did a joint album with 21 Savage called Her Loss. So let's listen to what Nori claims happened. Here we go. It feels like, and I don't think this is intentional, but it feels like Nori's almost kind of in, I don't put words in his mouth, pause, but I feel like he's trying to say, like, here, Drake and Future makes sense, but Drake and 21, like 21 is nowhere near the level of worthiness. Tell me if I'm wrong, if what I'm hearing. You let me know. All right. So I have no information either. 21 is my dog. I haven't even asked him about this. He had told me about the album before the album came out. Truthfully, nothing. And obviously, not that if he actually did, I would probably tell you, but I'm hoping y'all believe me on this. Never said nothing. There's no weird energy. Like, it wasn't like, oh no, Drake dropping this to counter his last. No. You know what I mean? This is just a Drake and 21 project. Now, let me say this. And this is not Nore because, I respect Nore a lot. I do believe we got to take a step back. And I'm going to play a clip in a second because I was watching these. And last night when I didn't last night when I didn't stream, right? I actually, last night when I didn't stream, I was watching a bunch of interviews. And somebody said something amazing, right? And, I definitely want to bring up my man Meezy, I can't believe that you came to New York because obviously, 21 came out on the fucking the Apollo show for Drake. And obviously, me and 21 will do another interview soon. But Meezy, I need you on the pod every time you're in town, brother. Like, what you talking about, right? So let me see if I can find it, though. But so, I'm not clicking on nothing called XXX Meezy, nigga. Hell no, nigga. Hold on. This about to get me suspended, nigga. Meezy XXX. Fuck no. Meezy 21 Savage Twitter. Okay. Yeah, this is him right here. Bet. Get me suspended. They try, right now it's a witch hunt. They try to get all the black creators out there, but feel me? So Meezy had said something. And Meezy says, let me see what he said. What the hell? Am I tripping? Meezy, stop deleting tweets, bro. All right, here we go. Sorry, chat. Mega Meezy on Instagram. I guess, never mind. He just put it up on his Insta. Here we go. So he says, seems like every music outlet is a gossip site now, right? And I think he was talking about these type of things, right? Meezy, let me answer you. Nobody's gonna ever come back around and give back his flowers, or not even flowers, because I don't need flowers for it. But people used to think that once you get in media, there's some really honorable way. Everybody's out to just try to get the next story, my nigga. Like, I get what, you know what I mean? It's interesting watching how people, like, I was watching, like, there's two individuals going back and forth, China Mac and Math Hoffa, and China Mac is like, yo, you're supposed to be the real nigga platform. Let me tell you this, real niggas probably won't be blogging. If there's such a constraint on what real niggas or street niggas could do, the nature of podcasts and asking questions, my nigga, just doesn't, like, won't gel with go with y'all, right? So when y'all say every music outlet is a gossip site, yeah, because it's every music outlet, every podcast and every music outlet is a gossip site. You can't name me one that's not. You know why? Tell me any podcast that's really popping where the majority of the conversation is about straight bars, music, how good the song is, who produced it. No, it's about, yo, he dissed him. Yo, they got beef. It's all about salacious shit. That's why I used to tell people when they were like, nah, leave the streets in the streets. You know what I love now? Because the street niggas, they blogging too. So the streets is still on the internet. It's just street niggas on the internet talking about the streets. Everything is a gossip, bro. Sorry to tell y'all, okay? There is no only music. Put it like this. Shade Room, pretty much the biggest blog or site or whatever. They grow off reporting the details of people's personal lives. Your dating history, what you said on your Instagram, your baby mama trying to cuss you out because you cheated. It's kind of what it is. You know, we're still living in this society where people think that, oh, there is music. Bro, again, you probably have these niche places that just haven't blown up. But the majority of, like, you know, all these outlets, include mine. I used to call my page, like my Instagram page, a music outlet till I realized, no, it ain't. I used to think it was just a music outlet. Yes, music is promoted through it, but it's more just an urban outlet. That's just what it is. So, you know, you can't really separate gossip and tea or whatever the case. You know what I mean? It just is what it is. So, you know, people, Math Hoffa talks about rumors. He talks about rumors. Nore talks about rumors. There's nobody too gangster for rumors, my nigga. Okay, we're all talking about it. You know, back in the day when Dame Dash pulled up at the Breakfast Club and he said to Charlemagne, yo, you chatty patty. By that definition, everybody is chatty patty. Nobody want to admit that, though. Everybody want to act like they're doing something that nobody else is doing. We're all doing the same shit. I used to have that type of conversation when I would be like, yo, niggas used to hate me because I reported shit in real time. So if somebody got arrested, I reported 20 minutes later. But every, you know, I wasn't doing a podcast back then. Every other podcast would talk about the arrest just maybe Wednesday because they put out their episode on Thursday. How are we doing the different things? I'm just reporting it 20 minutes after it happened. You're reporting it 2 days after it happened. Or not reporting it, but you're giving your commentary. It's all the same shit. So to Meezy and other people of the like, and I hope no outlet feels offended by this, we're all engaging in some type of gossip. All of us. If you talk about rumors, if you assume, if you speculate, we're gossiping. We all do it, okay? There's no better than, you know what I mean? You might just respect the gossip from one nigga more than you respect it from others. But that's your own biases, right? Anyway, so that was said. Cool. Let me get back to the topic, and the topic is really, do I believe Future feels a way about Drake doing this particular project with 21 Savage? I think not. He can't. It would be retarded. It would be stupid. He would look like a hypocrite. Future has done a joint album with Juice WRLD. He's done a joint album with Lil Uzi Vert. Right? So if you know, Nore was kind of hinting towards, yo, like, yeah, Drake doing a collab album, yeah, it should be for niggas like him and Future, and he kind of made it feel like, you know, 21 might be below that. Bro, no. Future was doing joint albums. He did a joint album with Young Thug, Uzi, Juice WRLD. Now, granted, those are all iconic motherfuckers, but where people see Future in the, you know, in the plethora or the hierarchy of artists, some people may have not got it at first. You get what I mean? So again, I actually think it's dope that Drake does these collabs. I think it's really dope that Drake does these collabs. You know, I was watching this interview, and I'm gonna pull it up in a second. I'm gonna pull it up in a second. And the question was kind of asked, what do you think about, Drake? And it's actually a Young Thug interview. And Young Thug basically said, so hold on. Sorry, I'm a little scatterbrained. I'm sorry. So it was framed basically saying, or Young Thug was saying, Drake is the only OG. Like, Drake is basically everybody's OG. Not on some gangster shit way. But he's the only person who keeps reaching down to collab with artists. I'm going to be honest with you. I would have thought we would have gotten a 21 Savage J. Cole joint album before we got a Drake J. Cole. A Drake 21 album. And I'm going to play the interview in a second, but basically what Thug was saying is that back in the day, you had Hove reaching out. You have a bunch of artists reaching out. Now, anytime niggas get to that certain level, Drake is the only nigga who be doing the songs with him. So Drake is, I'm gonna play it because, maybe I'm fucking up his words. But I listened to it last night. I'm always obsessed with his content. It was Big Boy, Young Thug. And he talks about Drake. And I thought about, I'm like, this is the fucking realest shit I've heard in a while. Let me see if I can go to it. Here we go. Where is it with Drake? I don't know. I thought it was Drake. Oh man, I need some better timestamps. Fuck. Let me see if I can find it.
And I always tell people a song, and I can never get the blessing of having you on my song again. Into that style.
Here we go.
A lot of people that a small amount of years that the Grammy Awards. See, you got so many damn songs you don't even know. You know what I'm saying? You know,
Might be this.
bro. And I would mess this up around the house for the. I don't think. There it is. Heard that. Love football. You play football because you love football.
Wait,
A lot of people.
I gotta find it. I'm sorry, sir.
I got music, like, you'll hear people on my album, you're like, who the hell is this? Man, this nigga's sister.
Right? Yeah.
Oh, this a junkie. It's a junkie now that's singing in the hood. Like, he did nothing with his life. He smoked dope. Now, he a junkie, but shit, Thug got him on his album.
Yeah.
Thug got him some type of money. I'm just like that. So, it's just like.
Thank you. You're right. Thank you, Chad. It was his Breakfast Club interview. Thank you. You're right. I'm sorry.
And
I was watching this Mad Thug interviews last night. I'm sorry. So I appreciate you. Appreciate y'all. I love y'all. No timestamps. Is there a timestamp y'all got for me? We just got to go to the Drake combo.
That was a hit.
Touch everybody. Looked at that like, okay, Kanye West was all black, so Thug did all.
Do you have a timestamp for me or no? Give me a timestamp. I don't just click through the whole thing.
He won. In Atlanta. It's like, fuck.
So
Got out of it though.
what'd you see in Little Baby back then?
Hold on.
$20 million fighting the case. I like a month and a half ago.
You remember for what? That
No. I feel like I'm still running from it.
Here we go.
I'm hot. Oh, what?
It's called lip service.
What?
Mm-hmm.
But
That gave me a wrong timestamp, bro.
You know,
I don't. It's trash at this point.
take care of it. That's the first.
so he called you like, don't ever tell nobody what we.
Wait, hold on. Yo, chat, what's the timestamp? Yo, y'all are just trolling me, bro. It's 29. Okay, thank you, Grand Wizard. Jesus.
You know, if I'm at the point where I know me being on your West,
Yeah. Yo, he made such a great point. By the way, this might be his best interview. He got a point though. Like, again, some might say this is chasing hype, but look at niggas like Young Thug. They collaborate a lot with people below them, especially when they get to their status of being at the top of the game. And I think he's saluting Drake because he's like, Drake's one of the biggest. And by the way, you know, I definitely want to shout out to what do you call it again? You got to shout out to my man J. Cole. J. Cole, like I think it was last year or the year before, he made a concerted effort. Like he pretty much gave a bunch of, like he gave Money Back Yo feature. You feel me? But for all that Drake has gotten knocked for, we don't realize, bro, he's the, like, you're going to hear him say, like, Drake pretty much like the OG for everybody else, because the other artists, they don't fuck with newer artists once they get that big. Somebody said, all right, don't forget Kendrick put Yak on his album, but it's different with putting a nigga on your album than doing a collab album with him, bro. You feel what I'm saying?
You know?
You got Drizzy playing everybody part! That's what yo, chat, as much as I know y'all be like, yo, you about to be riding right now. Pause. We not finna be glazing. It's not happening. But in reality, for all of the rappers who made it to that level, it do feel like niggas be like, oh, and I'm not saying obviously he's the biggest, but like it's more attainable than some other shit. Let me give you an example, right? Even though it's a female rapper, like say Glorilla right now, right? You think Glorilla, like just off possibility, who's she more likely to go get on one of her songs that's popping? Drake or Kendrick, my nigga? You get what I mean? And I guess like I understand what Thug is saying, because I don't think a lot of the Atlanta artists, even Future, move like that. I think, yo, Future doing mad songs with niggas, yo, you know how many niggas who hadn't found out that they exist because Future did a record on this shit and Future went a verse on this shit and went crazy? Like Future tapped in type shit, you know what I mean? Future's on Boston Richie's project. Dirk be on niggas shit like that. I guess people talking about at the top of the top game, you get Drake who hop on a Block Boy, but are we gonna get Kendrick to hop on, like put it like this, Kendrick got a lane. You know how Kendrick, and I was just talking about Cordae. You know why it seems like Corday's in a class all by himself. He don't got no classmates though. Because a lot of them niggas who probably could rap like Cordae, bro, they're not getting opportunity. There's no ball being passed to them. Yeah, so I hope y'all understand what he's saying. It's like, you know, which I think Charlamagne brought up a great point. You know, I think Jay-Z, you know, even as his career matured, he started popping up on whether it was a Kanye song or a Jeezy, and, you know, he made his appearances, like, you know, obviously they're always going to pick and choose. Like, nobody's going to get a wax song and try to make it hot, right? But it is necessary to kind of pass the ball to probably help somebody else catapult, right? Like 21 Savage been fire, right? But now Drake just did an album with him. He's looked at in a little bit different light. But he also did the same with Future. Right? Now, granted, we could all say, oh, 21's running the streets, Future back then, even now, running the streets. But when those people have a collab album with Drake, it looks a little different. And I guess that's what I'm trying to say about, you know, I think Young Thug is right. You know what I mean? I wonder what the fuck are these other niggas who have gotten to that point, why don't they pass the ball like Drake? Somebody said J. Cole did a song with Bia. All right, brother. All right. Anyway, so I guess what I'm trying to say is that I don't think Future's mad at 21 Savage or mad at Drake. I think Future probably don't give a fuck. You get what I mean? I think Future knows he's a fucking legend in the game. I think he believes that he's, like, I don't even know if we really go down the Atlanta list, like, I don't even know if there's any contemporary person who could pass Future. Like, shit, even 21 gave Future his flowers when he came on the podcast. Said, bro, like, Future's like Drake to us. Like, Future's Drake to us. You get what I mean? So, Drake also doing an album with 21. I think that's dope. I don't think Future would feel any type of way, because Future's also stamped and given his stamp of approval to other niggas. So I think it's cool. You know, we're seeing way more collaborations now than we would have seen, you know, in previous time. Right? So it is what it is. Somebody said Drake gave Dirk life again. Now I ain't gonna say Drake gave Dirk life. I think Drake probably brought some more eyes to Dirk, but Dirk was going on a run at that point. Bro, that nigga was in... That voice era for Dirk is immaculate, my nigga. Stop it. Okay. All right. We should probably. Oh, y'all just said. Oh, y'all.